Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a bunch of movies that you could watch for Halloween. Now, some of these are going to be scary. Some of these are going to be like scary thrillers. This whole list isn't going to be movies about demonic possession and stuff like that. Some of these movies aren't really classified as horror. They just maybe like thrillers or action thrillers, but they got a lot of scary moments to them. So these are probably some great movies that you could check out and watch from now to Halloween and just have some fun. It's going to be a long video. I got a lot of movies to show you. We're just going to touch on each one briefly and keep going. I would say it's probably almost 50 movies here for you guys to take a look at. First up, Dawn of the Dead. This will make a really good movie to watch over the Halloween time, I would say. I'm not going to say weekend, but throughout the up until Halloween, maybe during Halloween, this would be a really good movie to watch. It's not a horror movie, it's a zombie apocalypse movie, but it's got some scary elements to it. It's definitely got some edge of your seat moments to it. Go ahead and check out Dawn of the Dead. Try to speed this up by doing this whole series together. We have the Scream series. Now, Scream 1, 2, 3, and 4. I would say 1 and 2 is the best. 3 is actually pretty good too, but 4 was okay. Definitely all of these were good. All 4 of these are worth a watch. If you're looking for something that's scary but not like horror, you're not into horror, but you maybe want something with some good jump scares to it, check out Scream. You won't be disappointed. All 4 of these are really good. Check them out. Hereditary. This movie was really good. Toni Collette. This movie is this one is very scary, and the ending on it is pretty disturbing. So this is one of those movies where it's scary, is horror, it's got horror, and it's like really like it. This is a strong one. So if you're looking for something really scary, this one is going to do it for you. Hereditary. We're going to start with Psycho. We're not going to start with, but we're going to go to Psycho. This is one of the ones that started it all. This is one of the pioneers of the original like slasher film genre. Alfred Hitchcock's classic is in black and white. This is the steelbook version. Psycho is for the time it was really scary. It was very controversial for the time. Not so much now, but it's still a good watch nonetheless. You can't really call it Halloween without watching any one of the like 12 different Halloween films, maybe 15. There's so many. And we're just going to touch on each one briefly. This is the original Halloween. Good movie. Scary, but it's a good movie. Check it out. Here's the reboot to that. This is Rob Zombie's Halloween, which in my opinion is a superior film to this one. It's scarier. It's got more moments to it than this one. This also gives Mike Myers his backstory in full detail, where this one just kind of touched on it. So Halloween, I would recommend the Rob Zombie version of Halloween, but I would also recommend, if you didn't see the original, watch the original first. You will appreciate this one more if you watch this one first. You won't appreciate this one as much, even though this is the original. That's why I say watch the original first, then watch the Rob Zombie remake to the original, and you will appreciate this one so much. This is the latest Halloween movie that came out. This is supposed to be the conclusion. I don't see how Mike Myers could have got out of that one, but I don't see where he could have got out of a lot of the other ones. But this one was fantastic. Jamie Lee Curtis came back for this one. It was a good movie, guys. Check this one out. Scary, but not like, it's not Halloween scary. But check this one out. It's a good movie to watch over the Halloween period. And just to speed the video up a little bit, we're going to jump forward in the Halloween series a little bit. So I have right here, I have all the remaining original Halloween films. The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween 4, Halloween 3. Okay, The Curse of the Witch. I have Halloween 2, which was really good. And this one is Halloween 5. So these are all the original Halloween films right here. You can watch any of those. And real quick, we're going to jump back to, this is the Rob Zombie. This is the part 2 to the Rob Zombie Halloween. It was also a really good film. Check this one out. No Halloween is complete without Candyman. This movie was legitimately scary as hell. This one is legit scary. You got some movies that are scary, but then you got some that is legit scary. Candyman. Now, there was a couple movies that came after this one. I think I saw Farewell to the Flesh. I don't own it, but definitely, hands down, Tony Todd killed the game with this one. This is one of the scariest movies in my collection. Check out Candyman. If you didn't see it, I don't know where you've been, but this is a Halloween movie if none other is. Here's a really good one. Room 1408, John Cusack, Samuel L. Jackson. It's about a possessed room in a hotel. Man, you got to check this one out. Now, this one is horror. This one is psychological thrilling. This is an all-in-one. This is a really good Halloween movie. If you're looking for a good movie that's going to give you some jump scares, some nail-biting moments, this is it. This one, the Exorcism of Emily Rose. This one was good. It wasn't the best Exorcist movie I ever saw, but it was good. If if you come across this one for a few bucks, go ahead and check it out. It's good. Back to Halloween, we have the two. Let's see. This is Resurrection and H2O. These are good, and of course you got Jamie Lee Curtis who returned for these two as well. These are one with Busta Rhymes and one with LL Cool J. You got to have the rappers. Both of these was pretty good. Check them out. I'm not going to give away too much. Out of these two, I would give the nod to Resurrection over H2O. They both were good, but I think Resurrection was just a touch better. The Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2. Not exactly horror, but they are scary. But again, so I gotta let you. Scary to me, like horror movies to me, is like supernatural stuff. This isn't supernatural. These guys are crazy. So check this one out. Now, side note, these are gruesome as hell. Both of these movies are gruesome. They're bloody. Some of the kills, the way they do it, is just unnecessarily violent. If you like that kind of stuff, you will love The Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2. These are very gruesome and over the top, just over the top gruesome. I like them. Everybody might not like the level of gruesomeness that's in these movies. Out of the movies that I'm going to show you, these are probably the two most gruesome. These are right up there with Hostel. Those movies were gruesome as hell, both of them. And I have both of them, but they're not in this video. Yeah, we're going to speed this one up. We've done a stack already. The Grudge series. Okay? So you got The Grudge 3, The Grudge 2, and The Grudge 1. All three of these are scary. I think the first one is the scariest, but you can't go wrong with any of these. These would make great Halloween movies. These are straight up horror movies. These aren't horror action. These aren't horror suspense thrillers. These are straight up horror. Check out the Grudge series. I would say start at 1, of course. Go to 2, then 3. You won't be disappointed. They're all good. I think the first one is the scariest. They're getting ready to make actually it's already made, I think. They said it's going to come out in 2020. They're coming out with a Grudge reboot, where I think they're going to reboot it or even remake the first one. And they say it's going to be scary, really scary. So look forward to that one, because if you like the Grudge trilogy here, then you're going to love the remake, they said. So keep an eye out for that one. Next up, we're going to take a look at Child's Play, 2019 version. Really good. Now, again, this is this is a good Halloween flick. It's not a horror flick. I don't think Child's Play is a horror movie. I just think they are scary movies. To me, it's a difference between scary movies and horror movies. This is a movie that's got some scary moments to it, but it's definitely not a horror film. But it's a good Halloween film. Check this one out, especially with the young kids and the doll and just the way they do certain kills in here. It's a good Halloween movie. Carrie. This is the original. I do have the reboot, but this one is a really good Halloween movie. This movie don't really start to gain its momentum until like towards the end. But this is a good movie to watch. If you got it in your collection, go ahead and pop this one in. Here's one that you might not even think about. This is Bones, Snoop Dogg. This was a good. Now, to me, this was a really good movie to watch for Halloween. It's got some scary bits to it. It's actually surprisingly good. Considering that the lead is Snoop Dogg, it's really good. Pam Grier's in here. Clifton Powell is in here. You got quite a few actors, well-known African-American actors that are in this movie. And it's actually pretty good. Check this one out, Bones. Far as I know, there is no Blu-ray release for this. You can only grab this on DVD and I think VHS. So check out Bones. 30 Days of Night. Now, this isn't a horror movie. This is like an action horror type movie. It's about vampires, this species of vampires that come out every so often. I think it's, I got to look at it again. I think it's like every 10 years, but you won't know that until you see the second one, 30 Days of Night. It's a sequel to this. It wasn't good. It wasn't as good as this one, but it'll tell you a little bit more about who these creatures are. But this one was good, way better than the second one. Check out 30 Days of Night. Now, here's one that's not a horror movie. This has no horror elements to it at all. Is it scary? Do it have some scary moments to it? I think it do. And I think it will make a pretty good movie to watch for your Halloween. And that is Panic Room with Jodie Foster. Why I selected this movie to go into this video. It's about a woman and her daughter who are in their new home, and they discovered there's a panic room in there. The guy who installed the panic room and the security system for the home, he knows that there's something in that panic room, and he's bringing a group of guys into the home to try to get it. The woman and her child is going against all odds. It's got some jumpy, cringy moments to it. That's why I kind of threw it in the video, but it's not like, it doesn't have any horror to it, but I think this will still make a really good movie to watch over your Halloween. Panic Room with Jodie Foster. Forrest Whitaker is in here. Check it out. Last House on the Left. This is scary. This is it's a legit scary Halloween movie. Check this one out. Here's another one. This one's got a little bit of everything in it. End of Days by Arnold, well, not by, but with Arnold Schwarzenegger. End of Days is really good. It's about basically the devil coming back to claim his bride. He needs to have a baby with this girl in a certain amount of time for something weird to happen. I don't know what. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I know it was scary. There's some possession moments in it. The devil, played by Gabriel, what's his name? Gabriel Bryan, or Bren, whatever the hell his name is, was a good movie. It had some scary moments to it, and this is a good Halloween movie. The Sixth Sense. What more can I say? Everything's been said about this movie. This is great. This is a great movie. One of the best movies to come out in the last, 20 years. Really good. Bruce Willis, Barry Joe Osmond, Toni Collette. Great cast, great script, great acting. This is definitely a movie you can watch over your Halloween weekend or week and enjoy and have fun. Fallen. Denzel Washington. He's a cop. This takes place in Philly. There's a demon that's possessing everyone, committing crimes, setting Denzel's character up for the crimes. You gotta check this one out. It's good. And it's scary. It's got definitely got some scary moments to it. In the Mouth of Madness. In this movie, this is John Carpenter. Sutter Kane is a writer, and a guy's been sent to find Sutter Kane, just to find out he was actually a character in Sutter Kane's book. This one is scary, psychological. This one is one that you might want to check out for your Halloween. In the Mouth of Madness. One of the pioneers of the horror genre. Definitely up there in the top 5 probably horror movies of all times. Definitely going to make the top 5 for sure. It's The Exorcist. It's not a lot I can say about this one. I think everybody's seen it. If you didn't, you got to check this one out. There's actually one that came after this. Like they tried to reboot it or remake it. It's called The Exorcist Beginning. That was pretty good too, but this one was all that. If they could actually remake this movie and keep it about 85 to 90% true to the source material, they will have a win on their hands. But I don't even think the people who love this movie even want to see them touch it. Some movies you just don't want to see them touch, like Back to the Future. I don't want to see them touch that. So, yeah, The Exorcist. I put this one in here just because it's a classic. Nightmare on Elm Street. You can take your pick out of any one. Me personally, I like 1 and 3 the best out of the originals. Well, out of all of them, 1 and 3 I like the best. But I just threw it in here because it's Nightmare on Elm Street. The Chucky collection. Again, you can take your pick. For me, I liked 1, 2, and the Cult of Chucky the best out of these. They all was okay. The only one I didn't care too much for was the Seed of Chucky. So definitely Child's Play. The Thing and The Thing remake. Both of these were good. They definitely got some horror elements to them. I mean, not horror in a traditional sense, but these are action horror movies for sure. Check them out. The Omen. This is the remake to the original Omen. These are straight up horror movies. They are basically about the son of the devil, so you don't get too much more horrifying than that. Check out The Omen. This is the original. This is this complete set with all 4 of the originals. But I would say look at the original one and then look at the reboot. Well, remake. This is a remake of the original. You won't be disappointed with The Omen. Great Halloween movie. Not that one. Here's another one. Darkness Falls. Now, I'm be honest with you. This is scary as hell. This movie is scary. See, you got a lot of movies that are horror movies that aren't really scary. To me, they more of the edge of your seat type of movies. But this one is legitimately scary. This is a scary ass movie. I don't know if it got all the love it was supposed to get when it was released. I didn't hear much about it. I didn't really come to find out about this movie until I saw it used in the store. And man, this is a really good horror movie. Definitely watch this one. You're going to love it. It's called Darkness Falls. The Babadook. Again, this is one that flew under my radar. I didn't know about it. What made me curious about this movie is there's a big YouTuber who do movie reviews and DVD reviews and stuff like that, Blu-rays. His name is Chris Stuckman, and I'm a follower. And he did a review on this, and some of the footage he showed, I said, I got to check this out. And man, was I pleasantly surprised by this movie. This movie is, again, this one is legit scary. Like, I mean, you'll hear me say legit scary when a movie is legit scary. This, so far, the 3 legit scary movies that we looked at was this, Darkness Falls, and Candyman. Everything else was scary, had some scary stuff to it, but those 3 are legit scary so far. The It and It remake. This is just chapter 1. Chapter 2 is not out on home release yet. You can't go wrong with either of them. Just be prepared. This one here has got both chapters on one go. This one is 2, so this one is going to be considerably longer than this one. But they're both fantastic. I would say watch them both. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is definitely a great Halloween movie. This is the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You'll love this film. Can't have a Halloween special without Friday the 13th. Good old Jason Voorhees. My favorites in this collection would be 1, 2, and Take Manhattan wasn't bad. These were pretty good. All of these were pretty good. They were okay. I just didn't like, which one was it? Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. I didn't care too much for that one. But this set right here has got the first 8 films. It's pretty good. Check out Friday the 13th. Not a horror film, more of a slasher film. Next, we got the new age of horror. And I call these sets here the new age of horror. We're going to take a look at, these are the newest franchises for horror films, guys. So we're going to take a look at these franchises. Insidious, Insidious 2, and Insidious 3. I would say watch all 3 of these. They're very scary movies. Insidious 1 and Insidious 2 and Insidious 3 are very good films. They did come out with an Insidious Last Key that was no good, but these 3 are good. Start with the first one, the second one. The third one, it start to lose you a little bit, but it was still good. 1 and 2 are just phenomenal. Check out Insidious. Here's another set of the new age horror. The Conjuring. 1 and 2. Both of these are phenomenal. The Conjuring is a separate universe from Insidious. So The Conjuring is actually part of the Annabelle. Annabelle and The Conjuring and The Nun, that's all part of the same cinematic universe. So yeah, check out The Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2. I think out of these two, that I think they are both pretty much a tie. They both really scary. 1 and 2. Let's see. Sinister. Sinister 1 and 2. These are both extremely scary. Actually, Sinister is very disturbing too. I really enjoy Sinister. It's hard for me to say which one is the scariest franchise. I think by far The Conjuring and Sinister is scarier than Insidious, but they have really good franchises nonetheless. I have Annabelle Creation here. I have Annabelle, but for this video, I just wanted to focus on Annabelle Creation because Annabelle Creation was way scarier than Annabelle. This movie was legit scary. Legit scary. I mean, this is legit scary. This one is scary as hell. I went into this one with okay expectations. I'm not going to say low because I did like Annabelle. I went into it with that level of expectation. And man, was I pleasantly surprised. I left the theater like, shit, that was, wow, that was really good. So I'm waiting on the new Annabelle to come out. I think it's out on home release. I'm going to grab that and review that for you guys. But yeah, this is Annabelle Creation. Very scary film. So that's it. That's some Halloween movie ideas. Didn't really do reviews on them. I just wanted to show you some titles that I like for Halloween. Some scary titles, some not so scary titles. And it's okay if a title is not about demonic possessions or things like that. Some psychological thrillers are good for giving you jump scares and stuff like that. Like one that I didn't showcase in the video that I do really enjoy for watching around this time of year is a movie with John Cusack called Identity. Great movie. It's got some horror elements to it, but it's more of a psych thriller than anything else, but it's good. So this is D from the Movie Bay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.